प्यारे से वतन में हो, प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में हो, अव्यक्त वतन में हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। जाना है वहाँ हमको, जहाँ बाप और दादा है वो, जाना है वहाँ हमको, जहाँ बाप और दादा है, बनना है संपूर्ण हो, किया बाबा से वादा है, जो बाबा से किया था वो वादा निभाएंगे। हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। नगरी में जाएंगे, हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में। वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए, हो वतन में है ठहरे हुए बाबा हमारे लिए, कर रहे हैं इंतजार घर ले जाने के लिए, आकारी बन कर के हम वतन में जाएंगे, हम उड़ के चले जाएं, ओ हम उड़ के चले जाएं, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस प्यारे से वतन में, उस मीठे से वतन में, हो अव्यक्त वतन में, हो हम उड़ के चले जाएं, उस प्यारे से वतन में, हो उस मीठे से वतन में। Om Shanti, everyone. Good evening. Today we just offer Bhog to Baba all together, and now we will be listening from Mohini Didi ji, and then our series will be continuing. Today is our day 9, Personality of Purity, a life of virtues and powers. Today's quality is sweetness. Om Shanti.
I took Bhog to Baba, and Baba, with lots of love, accepted Bhog. Baba was giving us drishti, and through Drishti, lots of love. Not only love, but like from his heart. Baba was saying congratulations to children. Baba said that children, according to the time, children understood the signals. And I mentioned to Baba that I have brought Bhog from Peace Village. Gave lots of love to all Peace Village Nivasis, to everyone. Baba said that you took time to maintain your stage. Its stage in Hindi is called sthiti. But also Baba said, you have maintained the place, sthan. Your sthiti and sthan not only kept it clean, but very sacred, but also very loveful. So Baba said that whatever you have done here with harmony is a good example. That means you are following what is necessary. So whether it is your local town or, Baba said, this can be a very big and good example for the whole world. And Baba was saying, it's possible little in future that Peace Village will, in the world, will become known, and they would want to know how you were able to do that. Because other religious congregation and everywhere, they have problems, but you all had been very sensible. Yeah, you have been closed in a way, you have been closed place, even if you have done, even if you have done, you're not doing retreats for public, but you have continued and maintained the place, kept it open. So Baba gave lots of love for that, and Baba said, one day you will get award of that, even if it's whatever sacrifice. And then Baba said that this is the time that subtle renunciation, that means anything in the mind or intellect, if there is anything which disturbs mind or pulls the intellect, it's from some kind of bondages or sanskars. So Baba would say, this is the time to internally see that you are not disturbed, your thoughts and your intellect is not pulled. So this subtle renunciation is very important to pass with honor. And Baba said that you all are preparing. It's not you are not doing anything. You are preparing yourself spiritually to serve the world. So it's not question of what we're doing now in the sense of programs or teaching meditation, all that will continue. But Baba said time will, Baba has given children time. So Baba was asking me how many Brahmins or Baba's children really realize that this time is valuable and Baba has given us this time. Or they are concerned, how will this happen, how that happen. Baba said everything according to Brahma, what is happening now is very beneficial for Brahmins. So I was looking at Baba because I know many ask question, what's the future, how will happen, how long? Baba said that is Baba's concern, no? They belong to Baba or they are yours? You say Baba's home, right? This is Baba's home. So Baba will take care of his home, no? Or you have to take care. Baba says you are caretakers. So caretakers have to maintain it, but not think about what will happen, who will take care. You are trustee, you are caretaker, you all do what you have to do it, but Baba is responsible. Always remember that Baba is responsible. Baba is responsible for me, my life, but Baba is responsible for his homes. It's Baba's homes, no, worldwide. So Baba said, even subtly, if you think what will happen, that means you think that, oh, what will happen? How will I run it? Will I be able to run it or not? Baba said, this is the time Baba is watching everyone. That if you are getting any such thoughts, even in a subtle way. So today Baba wants to say to everyone, they are Baba's home. Baba will take care of it. And you are Baba's family. So Baba will take care of it. But what you have to do, Baba says, is to keep making good efforts. Keep making good efforts. Not to waste any thought nor pull of intellect. Because then Baba said you will miss lot. Because it's not that you will get this much time. And I was telling Baba last year, there were so many retreats and they were so full and they used to say, when we will take breaks. So Baba says, I heard them, no? I heard them and said, okay. Everywhere I said, take break, no? So when now you have break, now you are thinking now, no? When will it start? And so anyway, Baba was having chit chat and telling us, and then of course, again, congratulations from Baba. And Baba said, one day peacefully it will be known in the world for whatever you are doing at present as a good model, where you have continued in some way, but also you have maintained it. So then Baba said that now everything has to happen from your subtle energy of faith, subtle energy of purity, subtle energy of peace, subtle energy of love, because that's going to make things function properly. Everything else, Baba said, in the world is falling apart, and it will be. You all know that. But Baba's children, Baba's yagya will be the example that how you all remain carefree, manage everything. So Baba said, again, also Baba gives a lot of subtle signals. So after this whole chit chat, then I said, Baba, everyone is very sincerely making effort. And so Baba said, but how consistent everyone is in the sense of your faith, sense of love for Baba, faith, everything consistent. So be victorious. You are victorious, but remind yourself that victory is my birthright. And then again, Baba was looking at all of you, especially here. I know whole Avyakti Parivar is there too, but especially today at Peace Village Nivasis and everyone. And I'm sure that you experience Baba's drishti and Baba's love for Peace Village Nivasis today. And lots of love also to Avyakti Parivar, right? To everyone. It's not only Peace Village Nivasis, but I am here after a long time, offered bhog, give love especially. And also today there was bhog for many souls. Now, these days, especially when souls leave body, it's very, very important to offer bhog for them, because this is the time that they will want more feeling of belonging and love, and they don't feel that we are neglected. So lots of love for all the families, those who offered bhog for their loved ones. Om Shanti. One thing we always remember, go to our basic lessons, and we say, when we describe about, we're talking of virtues, but when we describe about vices, we say lust, and second one is anger. And I remember Dadi Prakashmani used to give us homework, and she will say, okay, 1 month, no anger. And Avik Bab Dada one time gave us 1 year to keep a report, chart of not only one is anger as anger, sometimes we get like, but second is irritation, right? We get irritated. And Baba said anger is very connected with lust, desires, expectations. But third is stress, because of work or because of situation, because of relationships or anything. And that in that stress, we become little strong, forceful, argumentative, or disappointed. No? So Baba was saying that it's very, very important for soul, when we have to be perfect, that you have to be completely free from any kind of disturbance. It's a kind of disturbance, right? So when it comes to sweetness, it's okay if I am very nice, sweet in talking, and I smile, but still there is subtle form of anger there. So one of the example we always give of Brahma Baba, that when there is purity and also there is truth, that Brahma Baba never got angry. You hear many stories many times, because whatever children will do, many situations will come, but Baba, this was before Gyan. And after knowledge also, how many situations come? Once Dadi Prakashmani said, because there was a lot of opposition in the beginning, all local society people were against, because of purity, because children left home and many women won't go back. So, of course, there was a big thing. No? So there was a lot of opposition. So one time Baba was called by local councilman or someone, and Dadi Prakashmani said, I went with Baba. So the man who was upset, he was saying all kinds of things. And Baba was smiling, and Baba would not respond even with a word. That this is right, I didn't know, it's not, like you want to prove. Baba was just smiling. So Dadi Prakashmani was getting like irritated that I get up and I can say things on behalf of Baba. And Baba is telling her, Baba knew that she's getting a little, so Baba said, with hand. She said that since that day, I knew what is patience. I knew what is forgiveness, what is love. Dadi Prakashmani always says, I learned from that day that when situations happen, we shouldn't get aggravated or we shouldn't get forceful or keep trying to prove yourself. And then that man, councilman, said to other men, look at this gentleman. He's sitting so quiet. And look at him, like he was praising him and said, look at you, how you talking with such a, because Baba was respectable person and the way you're talking. So somehow or other, it, nothing went on further because, you know, he knew that Brahma Baba. So later on, of course, they talked and Baba explained him that it's not me, it's God, and whatever God says, I have to say, and it's for the world peace. So Baba explained. So generally what happens that one lesson Baba taught us, never respond to criticism. Hmm? So Nimal Shanda Dadi was in Calcutta. So in newspaper it came that Brahma Baba was something in a very cheap way that was his business, right? Not diamond merchant. So Nimal Shanda got very upset with that reporter. So she called Baba and said, Baba, I want to write or send a note. Baba said, you don't have to do it. But after some time, you give a proper biography or proper way, but you don't respond to criticism. And I learned that lesson so much. I know that, we have a lot of things come up and in our meeting in RCs, we should do this, we should do this. I said, but that's not what Brahma Baba said. So one thing is to respond to criticism. Another is whatever the truth. You just write that. Don't say this is not right. It shouldn't be like that. Just imagine how subtly responding to your criticism or deformation to prove that I am not this, I am not this, was not Brahma Baba. And then he taught Nimal Chanda Dadi, then it was Prakash Mani Dadi. So sweetness here is that you come from your original truth. Don't get engaged into the way things happen, situation happen, and because they are temporary, they happen, they disappear, but why I lose my state? I always learn from Dadi Guldar. Dadi Guldar said, until last minute, there will be a situation to test you because that had been your weakness. So what you will do? You will say, oh, I did this because of this. No Karan. Dadi Gulzar said at that time. But how did I respond? So this way, we're learning from Baba, learning from Dadis that I have to stay very peaceful, very sweet. Rather, when picketing was going on, today we showed so many little kanyas, right? Brahma Kumari. Baba's no little children. So some families came and they wanted them to go and they won't go. we're not going, they said. All these children will stand in queue. Very little ones, we will not go. And Baba is seeing something from fifth floor, and Baba is just cheerful, smiling, looking at drama. We look at drama and feel bad, sad, right? But then we're not looking at it as a drama. So, from where this irritation or force or language which is not very gentle, like that's why Dadi Prakashmani, what she used to say, speak 3 words, right? Who remembers? Softly, sweetly, and less. Speak less and softly. Because as much volume is yours, other will raise little more. And then we say, but why you have to talk like this? But because who started? But if I am sweet and gentle, nobody respond like that. So that's what we have to always remember, that I have to be sweet. Because, just imagine that we all have purity, we eat pure food and pure atmosphere, everything. And if there is no sweetness, it's a very, very, you have to like internally think and tell yourself, oh, I have done so much sacrifice. And now I'm stuck with these subtle sanskars. So, one thing which I think this time has given us, that, like here, you are only amongst yourself. I had to give class to Gyan Saravanimasis. I don't remember that time Baba had said 4 things to create harmony, because they don't have sevadaris, they don't have servants. So they're doing everything. So I told them that Baba has given the time for family now to see where, what. So whether you are 2 or 3 or 10, 50, you are 30 or 25, to harmonize, sanskars will always remain different. So one of the sacredness of the place is also this sweetness. Anyone comes, anyone hears, anyone talks, they hear that, look how they're talking. But first it has to start from the thoughts, right? And then is words. So whatever sanskars, whatever nature is there, I like very much few days ago when Baba said in Murli, that nature means what kind of environment you create, the atmosphere you create, how it will be in golden age, how it is in subtle regions. So this little part which is left, the traces of sanskar, and that is why Baba, I like this drill especially of my eternal self, then is my original self. So practice of being Swadarsan Chakradhari. And what is Swadarsan Chakradhari? My eternal form, then my original form, then my deity form, then Brahman, then angel. At this time is angelic form. So in reality, in practical, no, we have to be doing that. And instead of thinking, what part I have, what I'm getting to do or not, You prepare yourself. Baba is waiting to use you, your stage. Not only words, right? So, Baba, this also, were giving many signals. I didn't remember. Gradually, I will. So, today's practice of sweetness, one of the very important quality of eternal self is silence. In home, sweet home, do we speak? Do we think? No. Sweet silence. Eternal home, sweet silence. And all of us must be experiencing that as much, many times Baba says, sweet silence. So, what it means, sweet silence? Hmm? That when you are in silence, from your own self, from Baba, the sweetness which is experienced. Baba, any time he has to talk, he starts, what he says. Sweet, sweet children. So what we now say to each other, sweet brother, sweet sister, sweet sister, sweet brother. Sometimes you don't say, but in your thought, say, sweet sister. So then you are drishti now. Because drishti is something which is very powerful, how you look at. If you're not happy, if you're happy, if you're sweet, or if you're upset, your eyes change because attitude change. And I like this morning when Brother Charlie said, the Prakashmani's attitude of love was taking care of Yagya and her leadership. So he used the word attitude. Attitudes was the main energy to take care of Yagya. So this sweetness, whatever anyone is or is doing, in that soul's part, right? That what I have to do. Not connect there. Don't respond there. Don't get affected. And I think it's possible, right? So Baba has given us time. See, if you respond, it's a reaction. But if you think, I have to sow the seed now, that means you still have some karmic accounts. That's why so much happens, right? So what should I do? If I'm responding or reacting, I'm creating more karmic account. But if I really want to settle, for me, when I came in Gyan, I understood karma philosophy. So someone came in the beginning, people used to say so many things about Brahma Kumaris. In 1958 was really something. And I will say, oh, I love you. I have good wishes for you. Because I said, I don't want them to say it. So I have to settle it. How do I settle? By making them quiet? No, I just said, oh, very, very good things, or remain quiet. So we are not creating again chain reactions, action, reaction. So one is doing it, but I am doing same by reacting. Right? So Baba gives us chance to be together, to settle past karmic account and create golden aged relationships. Not only settle, and we all have those sanskars, only we have to emerge them. So that is why this topic of changing purity into all virtues, every virtue we will take, every day we will take one virtue. You understand? Energy of purity to be changed in love and peace. Today, Baba said, service is to be loving. If you had been loving, automatically service happens. And loving is not only, as I said, just sweet words or sweet tasty, but in whatever way you could, whatever is the need of that soul at that time. You know, all of us, those who came in Gyan, most of us came, and if you were at center for 6 months, you cannot eat food cooked by anyone. So you have to cook food, right? So I know everything, everything. So once we had one sister, she stayed with me and she also had her maid. Maid was also like assistant and they both stayed with us for a month. And then she was leaving. So she used to like one thing. I don't know if I should mention it, some kind of food. So when she was, what I did, I prepared dough. I said, when she's ready to go, I will fry some nice pakoras for her because she's going. So when she came down and I sat down, it was Peaceful Age was just starting. And I just fried few pakoras and said, she was like very touched. She reached London and she called me and she said, Sister Mohini, Peaceful Age is starting. And quite wealthy woman, you know. But I knew her and her husband like since they were little. So it was family, you know, like I always, my relationship with people is once I know them, I always in some way or other keep in that connection. And she immediately called and said, oh, I want to give this one. Oh, Peace Village is starting. So I want to contribute this much for Peace Village. And it's not I had any thought, but bhavna emerged. And these days I always say seva is where you are able to awaken the bhavna of people. You don't have to say anything. Bhavna, their bhavna towards Baba, towards you, towards Yagya. So that's like, it's come from this love, but love also in a form of care. And care is sometimes in action also, right? So it's through thoughts, it's through words, it's through actions, some kind of care. The love changes into care. When daddies come to New York, Daddy Prakash Mani used to come every alternate year. Daddy Janki came every year. And she will always say, Mohini Bahan, बहुत सुखी रखते हो हमको. Sukhi means to really keep us well. It's only you take care of their little things, right? And that can't happen because of duties or department or assignment. That happens all through love. So sweetness looks like a simple word that I have only to say sweet brothers. But what I'm doing for sweet sister, brother, how are our relationship? So at least have few determined thought today. First, never react or respond to criticism of any kind. That's possible. Show me hands. Yeah, whole Avyakti Parivar is showing hand. So, so I saw the hands, very good. And second is create such a beautiful, Baba said, place. Sacred means harmony. Whether you are at Lokik home, you are at center. And Also, if I am experiencing God's love, how many of you are experiencing God's love? Just let me see hands. So when you experience God's love, what it makes you sweet? It's only when you don't experience God's love, then there is something not, this belonging and contentment. Today Baba was talking to America, and what Baba said? Ah, Mera. Ah, Mera. Baba said, and we said, Ah, Mera. America, Ah, Mera. Come mine, you are mine. So sweetness, simple virtue, but it's lot, right? And then not only that, but it's your own self. Everything you're doing in dharana is actually for the self. We're not doing for others. They get later. But I feel very much contentment and happiness. Mm. So this time Baba told me 3 days ago or today, I woke up in the morning and everyone just happy and remember me. You can consistently happy only if you remember me, because then obstacles will be removed through remembrance. So today Baba is giving lots of love, of course, when I was offering bhog, but also sweetness. Let us all take this virtue in practice. Very connected with trust and patience. So that we will take in next 2 days. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti and welcome to a Vyakti Journey. To all the golden stars of Avyakti Parivar, let's see your scores from yesterday. "66%! Let's continue to fly even higher and higher and earn the tilak of victory." Now, let's do the Zoom polling and check our progress.
Om Shanti, everyone. So now, are you all ready to do our chart for today? So our practice was for sweetness, right? And so today is our day 25th, and here you go. So our first question for daily Brahmin routine. Our Brahmin life is the best student life. So let me check. As a good student, did I make some notes from today's Murli? Right? So each one of us should be keeping our note with us while listening Murli. So let me check that did I keep my diary with me while listening Murli, and did I make some notes from the Murli? So first one, yes, I did make some notes in my diary. Second one, yes, I have underlined few points from the Murli, but still I had to write them in my diary. And third is no, I have not done any notes in my diary yet, but today before going to bed, I will do it. And today, the fourth one, today I am very busy, so I couldn't do my homework. Actually, the last one is not there. Don't vote for that, okay? There's somehow the mistake there. Less than 20% is not the option to select, okay? So just a little bit of mistake there. But only 4 options which are in the front. Select one of that and press next button. practice. So today's practice was the virtue for sweetness. Today did I practice being in my virtue of sweetness? 5 times, more than 5 times, 4 times, 3 times, 2 times, 1 time. Or no, I couldn't pay attention in my practice. Third one, the question from yesterday's sharing. When the soul's mind and intellect is clean, you are not tired or are sweet or pull others or pull Baba. So there are 4 options there. So let me check. Let me see which one the right answer and select the right answer and please submit your button. Press the button for submission and then we're waiting for everyone to submit your chart. Okay, let's see the percentage here. So, wow, that's great. 50% is everyone made note in their diary. Oh, second one is also great. 55%, 5 times or more practice. Of course, last question is Pull Baba. Right answer 60%. Congratulations to each one of us. Thank you so much for submitting your chart. And now it's time for us to get our practice for tomorrow. So I would like to welcome Avikti Balak. Please come and let us know our practice for tomorrow. Welcome, Avikti Balak.
Oh, Didi gave us a homework of cleanliness. So, I have to clean my closet, I have to clean my bag, I have to do so much. I won't be able to finish it before Didi's class.
Oh, brother, have patience. Everything happening is good, and whatever happens in the future will be even better.
Oh, thank you, sister, for the sweet reminder. So, do we all know tomorrow's virtue? That's right! You all answered correct! It was patience! I am so bored. There's nothing to do at home. I can't go to the park or meet my friends. When will this COVID situation end? Oh, sister! Have patience! Everything happening is good. But everything happening in the future will be even better.
Anytime a very full situation comes, remember that everything happening is good, and everything that will happen in the future will be even better.
Om Shanti. Yes, so tomorrow's virtue is, in Hindi we say Dheeraj. Dheeraj is patience. So we have to practice our virtue, patience. Such a beautiful presentation. Thank you, Avikti Balak and Avikti Balika. And now let's see what Didi has to say, and she's going to read our point for today from Purity Book.
How can someone receive the power of purity? Only the one Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is the ocean of purity. Supreme Soul is ever pure. Only from Him is this inheritance received. Those who doesn't have yoga with the Father cannot inherit purity. It's only by having remembrance of Him that you will become elevated. So that's an, yeah, let's have remembrance of Baba. Few moments, say good night to Baba.
शुक्रिया शुक्रिया मेरे मौला तेरा शुक्रिया तू मिला रूबरू यूं ही रहना मेरे संग सदा ए खुदा पूरी हुई मेरी हर दुआ मुंतज़िर थे हम एक झलक को तेरी पाया नूर रूहानी तेरा
Good night.
मेरे मौला तेरा शुक्रिया
Okay, good night, everyone. Om Shanti and good night. Good night.